Panther NATO. What it do? What it do? What it do? We got some type of news. Some type of news. We got some players that were signed. Also, looks like we made some headway in the coaching search, and there are some internals being considered for GM. Yeah, and we'll talk about that in a few minutes. We're going to see if we can keep this short and sweet for Mint Street. First of all, let me address the thumbnail that was made for this. If I see anybody with that keep pounding chain that I designed, I ain't seen one. I ain't seen nobody wearing this bad boy. If I see it, don't run that. Don't run me that. Either run me the chain or run me something on me getting for real. Because y'all know where you got it from. Man, that thing took some work to design. Of course, it's AI, and you put the text in the AI, and it gives you all kind of crazy stuff. It gives you keep porting. Like, what the heck is porting? It sounds like exactly what it is. POURDING. Porting. What is that? What is that? So I had to work alongside CyberLink Power Director, my regular Samsung device, to try to come up with something legitimate that would look like a keep pounding big necklace, right? And so when I did that, started playing around with things, all that stuff, it came into fruition. And it took a lot of regenerating and stuff like that to get it. Anyway, I did a lot of work. So like I said, if I see anybody with that chain, don't ring me that. Because you know where you got it from. At least let me wear it for a little while. I mean, come on, for real. But if you do get the chain, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't be wearing that bad boy all out. Like, you might want to have your people with you. You know what I'm saying? You might want to have your people with you. You might want to have that thing going. I don't advocate no violence or nothing like that, but you know what I'm saying? These thieves and stuff out here, they crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. You know what I'm saying? Go to work. You know what I'm saying? And there's some jobs out here that, you ain't really got to be doing no bottom feeding stuff to get a legitimate check. You know what I mean? And I know how it feels to have something stolen from you. You know what I mean? There's a phone that I got missing that I probably will never get back again. All I have is a memory of my mom's last picture with my two kids. So I'm thinking I'm going to get my cousin to kind of paint it. He's a great painter. So I'm thinking I'm going to see if we can go off of my memory and get it done like that. Leave it in the comments if you ever had anything taken from you. You know what I mean? So yeah, but again, back to that chain. If anybody rock that chain, you know where you got the inspiration from. You know, because I ain't seen one like it at not now one game, not now one Panther function. I ain't seen nobody like it. So yeah, anyway, moving right along. We got some news out of the den. It seems that we have made some signings. Yes. Good. We're going to put this on top of us real quick. All right. Go over here. Let's see. Panthers extend 3, sign 11 practice squatters to future deals. See who we got. Okay. Oh, this is big news right here. This is big news. Stephen Sullivan, tight end. Defensive lineman LeBrian Ray and Nick Thurman to 1-year extensions. I really ain't seen too much from LeBrian Ray, but Stephen Sullivan, he's a workable piece. And Nick Thurman, this dude, for these last few games that he's been a part of, he's him. And he's that perfect piece alongside Derek Brown, man. You know what I mean? Like, he's him. I don't think you need to sign anybody else. You know what I'm saying, for that front four, that front three, or however you want to compose them. That dude is him. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, for real. Who else? Let's see. It goes on to say, by the way, let me go ahead and give props real quick because I am a journalism major. So let me give props to the writer of this particular article, Mr. Darren Gant, for Panthers.com. He goes on to write, Sullivan was set to be a restricted free agent. Ray and Thurman were exclusive rights agents. I don't know why this thing is popping up and stuff. Let's go back. Okay. Let's see here. You know, Sullivan caught 12 passes for 125 yards this season, showing some promise as a receiving threat, while Ray and Thurman became integral rotational players on the line for a defense that finished fourth in the league in yards allowed. So yeah, I don't really, LeBron Ray isn't that memorable for me, but however, Thurman was bringing that. That dude is him. So, I'm definitely excited for that. Panthers also signed 11 of the practice squad to future deals, including veteran running back Tariq Cohen. This is huge. There were a lot of Panthers that wanted to see him return, wanted to see him actually get some time on the field, and even a lot more Aggies, Panther fans or not, but definitely Aggies that are from the area, that wanted to see him ball this year, but he did not get a chance to do that because of a hamstring situation. And I'll tell you how it went down. Being an Aggie, I saw him in action. I know what he can do. I remember when we drafted C-Mac, the Bears went for him, and I said to myself, and I was kind of mad to start off with, you know what I mean? But now in hindsight, I look at him like, oh, okay, the whole C-Mac pick, that was a Rivera situation because, in Stanford, California. But I'm like, at the time, I'm like, yo, you going to pick somebody all the way out in California when you got somebody like Tariq Cohen making noise an hour and some change away in your own backyard, breaking school records, breaking conference records, getting put in the school hall of fame, not even barely graduated yet. You see what I'm saying? I didn't understand, but I'm gonna tell you, that same year we played the Bears, and Tariq put it on us. I believe we lost that game. He did like he put a 60 piece on us, 60-yard run, and let me tell you, this was back in the Rivera days. We had Cam, we had Shaq, and a whole lot of other fellas. We hey, we was the Panthers. It wasn't like the struggling Panthers that it's been since 2019. No, no, this was a legitimate squad we had. My brother-in-law is a Bears fan, and he was asking me at the time. He was like, "So, yo, what's he like?" I said, "Bro, let me show you some of these kids' highlights." I'm like, "Okay, all right." But again, for some reason, people don't tend to take HBCU and FCS ball seriously. Ball is ball, and if you can ball, you can ball. Period. But he was like, "Okay, all right, make a little noise," and he became one of the Bears' favorites. And I tell you how crazy stuff is. You want to sign your players to good contracts, and you want to reward them for what they do for you when they ball, things of that nature, ball out for you. So him and C-Mac were signed in the same year, and both of them, same year, were extended, and both of them went down in 2020. And since then, Tariq has just had a rough go at it, man. He's had a rough go. Um, in the last 2-3 years, right before him and his I think fiance at the time, I'm not sure what the relationship status is now. His brother died near where I am here in Raleigh. Um, I don't know whether the chase ensued from Bun or is he from Dunn or Bun? It's two of them that we have here in North Carolina. I forget which one he's from, whether it's Dunn or Bun. Anyway, there was a chase here in Raleigh, and it ended up all the way out in some type of field by a transformer, and that's how Tariq's brother lost his life. And soon after the baby was born, he's lifting weights and suffers an ACL tear. Like, dang, this dude can't catch a break. You know what I mean? And so bringing him back to the Carolinas, I really was a fan of that. Was really wanting to see him do well. Because when you bring somebody to your squad that's been hurt in the middle of the season, that really shows some good faith and good confidence. And even in this season, he had suffered a hamstring situation. So, it's like, wow, will we ever see Tariq on the field again? But for them to extend him, and bring him back on the practice squad and say, hey, we're going to give you another go. I hope and pray, and I know a lot of other Aggies, especially Aggies that are Panther fans, that are praying that he could get some time on the field. I believe he'll be a great addition to that running back room. Speaking of the running back room, they brought back running back Mike Boone and Spencer Brown. I'm not quite sure about Mike Boone, but I know Spencer Brown, he's more of a bruiser back. Chuba's good, but I'm going to tell you something, man. I will say this. Chuba is only developing into the type of sauce that C-Mac and Tariq could put down. I will say that. So that's not giving them props. So excuse me, I'm sorry. That's not taking anything away from him. That's giving him his flowers, but it's still, showing you that he still has a while somewhere to progress to. And the fact that he is progressing, hey, it's made me a fan, because I once was not a fan, being that he was a pick of Blankety Blank's wife, pretty much. Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about that. But anyway, yeah, man. Others that were signed: Jalen Camp, Cam Sims, Jordan Matthews, Chris Pierce, Raekwon Williams was signed back, y'all. So I think he was making a little bit of noise in the preseason. So I'm glad we signed him back. Cornerback AJ Parker, and get this, Lamar Jackson. I can't make this up. We signed Lamar Jackson. I don't know how to. Never mind, y'all. He's a cornerback, not a quarterback. So that ain't going. But yeah, man, kudos to the scouting department, and that's what I want to kind of hit on right now. A lot of people feel like we need to burn everything down, even the scouting department. Well, you got to consider, the scouting department. They, how can I say this? Because I got to give them credit, and then I got to take some away at the same breath. The scouting department gave you Icky. Somebody had to scout Icky. I don't know who that was. Whoever scouted him, they can, yeah. Because I'm not quite sure if you're supposed to have a sophomore slump as a lineman. Let's keep this all a book, and this is what I've been saying. When you're a first round pick, you're supposed to be him. You're supposed to be a difference maker from day one, especially if you're not a quarterback, right? Because if you're a quarterback, you'll be that day one difference maker if and only if you're put in the right situation with the right line in front of you. But if you're that quarterback, that rookie quarterback, and you're putting behind an illegitimate line, it's going to be a rough season for you. It's going to be a rough rookie season for you, and you're going to have to pretty much develop yourself. And this is what we're seeing. Excuse me, what we're seeing from Bryce Young. So yeah, I would question that whole pick, and I was questioning it back then because I'm like, wait a minute, he only run blocks good. That's the only thing he does is run block good. So, if you're an NFL lineman being drafted first round, you are supposed to have all of the tools: pass blocking, run blocking. Case in point, and let's go back to the Rivera days. We still have one that's still here on that line from the Rivera days, Taylor Moton. I'll give you another scenario. The Khalil brothers. Ryan Khalil was that. Matt Khalil was not that. Like, period. So, either you an NFL lineman or you ain't. That's just, but yeah, I don't see the need to let everybody go in the scouting department. Maybe one or two here and there. One piece that you got to keep, I feel, is Dan Morgan, and that's who has made these particular signings. Dan Morgan, he's in charge, for a little while now, and he's doing this thing. And I would consider maybe giving him a go at GM. I don't know. I don't know if you want to, because let's think about it. Who in this whole building, besides Jan Jensen, Shaq, and Brian Burns for a little piece, and Taylor Moton, who else in the office knows what keep pounding is? Let me look this up real quick. And I don't know if the internet's going to go funny or whatever. Let me look this up. Dan Morgan. When did he play? Because I want to say he played alongside. Did he play alongside Mills? I'm just having a funny. Where's my phone? This is not let me do it while I got the camera on. But yeah. Oh, here it comes. Okay. All right, going to his wiki. If I ever get there. Give me a second, people. Okay. Player, Carolina Panthers, 2001 to 2007. All right, let's look up Big Sam. Okay, y'all lying, 'cause I know Sam Mills is in here. Yep. Okay. Okay. So 97. But he coached Dan Morgan because he was defensive assistant and linebacker coach from 1998 to 2004. I believe 2004 was the year he passed. So yeah, definitely. I don't think that being said, I don't think anybody in that office knows the essence of keep pounding like Dan Morgan knows the essence of keep pounding. Also, I think I just saw something on here that said they were actually giving some scouts and GM staff a look. You know what I mean? So that's that's commendable. That's to be commended because like I said, I don't think you should just get rid of everybody in here. You know what I mean? You might not just want to burn it all down. Yeah. So Panthers add internal GM candidates to the list. The team will interview Assistant GM Dan Morgan and VP of Football Administration Samir Suleiman for the vacant GM position. Okay. Yeah. So I definitely am in favor of him getting a look at at GM. That would somebody that has put numbers up here as a player, somebody that knows what a dog looks like, and not only that, but somebody that knows and that has learned what keep pounding means from Mr. Keep Pounding, Sam Mills himself. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely in favor of him getting a look, at least a look. You know what I mean? I whole time not even front with you. I wouldn't be too mad if he actually got the job. Period. You got a former player. That's been through the process. Again, that knows what keep pounding means. That has learned how to scout. Things of that nature. Knows how to pick players. Knows what a dog looks like. I'm not against him being the GM at all. Also, I see here that the first interview of coaching search, the team completed a virtual interview with Chris Tabor on Wednesday. Okay, so he's the one that they interviewed. I guess they haven't interviewed anybody else. So we're gonna keep pounding to see what this looks like. I'm pleased so far. It looks like to me maybe Tepper is listening to what people are telling him, especially the sportsology folks, because this is a good look. This is a good look. But yeah. Again, people, we are trying to grow the channel. If you are one of our subscribers, please make yourselves known in your settings so that we can go ahead and make you moderators. Again, with our first 10, we got 2 moderators now. We're on the way to 10. We're going to be doing a drawing every 20 subscribers on our way to 200. We're going to be giving some merch. If you want one of our current logos, if you want one of the thumbnails, and that person that gets the merch at every 20 subscribers, you're going to have a chance to guess what the new name is going to be. If you can guess it, in exchange for your keeping it on the hush, rather, I'll make you a moderator as well. But yeah, that's going to do it for me. Like I said, I was going to try to keep it short and sweet for the Mint Street. You know what I mean? But until next time, folks. Oh yeah, by the way, before I sign off, I have some pretty exciting news that I'm going to be dropping. It doesn't really have to do anything with the Panthers. It does have to do with me, myself. And so I will attach that news to the next video. Until next time, y'all keep pounding. Peace and God bless.